From the Mount Hood Community College Aquatic Center in Gresham, OSAA.TV brings you our continuing coverage and the finals of the 2012 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A Swimming State Championships. Hi, everybody. I'm Todd Pickett along with Dave Wenda, and we welcome you here to Gresham as we get things underway and ready for the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A Championships. We'll start out with the girls' 200-yard medley relay as the first event in our competition. Lane 1 will be Scappoose, Lane 2 LeGrand, Lane 3 Henley, Lane 4 North Bend, Lane 5 Madras, and Lane 6 is Sisters. All finals. Phoenix is your defending state champion. They tallied 57 points to win the girls' trophy last year. Henley was second with 35 and Taft third with 34. Aaron Heath will swim the lead leg for Scappoose in lane 1. Becca Haynes the lead leg for LeGrand in 2, and we'll recap the rest in a minute. Angela Kirshner swims lead leg for Henley. Madison Hanna leads off for North Bend. Aurora Gerhardt, a freshman, the first leg for Madras. And Emily Christian is the lead swimmer for Sisters. 200-yard medley relay, once up and back for each swimmer. We started out with the backstroke. And in lane 3, Angela Kirshner of Henley has the Hornets out to an early lead at the first 50. Almost a full body length as she comes into touch. At 29:37, a good lead leg. Madras is second, LeGrand third, Sisters fourth, Scappoose fifth, and North Bend sixth. Adriana Martinez swims the second leg for Scappoose in lane 1. For LeGrand in 2, Mariah Brown. Henley in 3, Sierra Myers. North Bend in 4 with Kelsey Morgan. Madras in 5 with Sophie Gemelis. And Sisters in 6 with Katie Stewart. A great breaststroke leg here by the sophomore Mariah Brown for LeGrand. Or for Henley, excuse me. It's Sierra Myers with the good breaststroke leg, and she'll lead Henley touching midway at 102.81. Madras, North Bend, Sisters, Scappoose, and LeGrand in this girls 200-yard medley relay final. Third legs for Scappoose, Cassandra Miltich, LeGrand, Ali Godfrey, Henley, Annika Torres, North Bend, Alyssa Bennett, Madras, Brianna Hunt, and Sisters, Michelle Young. It's a close one going to the anchors. Henley and North Bend, a 4/10 difference. For Henley, Jenny Kirshner swims the anchor leg, and for North Bend, it's Galen Wash on the anchor. 50 yards of freestyle. Kirshner, a freshman, out slowly, and she'll pull away down the final 25. Henley will post a victory in the relay, and of course, relay races count double points here. Henley first at 1:57.27. A great freestyle leg and a 3-second victory over North Bend at 2 minutes, .89. Madras third at 2:01.14. Sisters fourth at 2:02.40. LeGrand fifth at 2:02.72. And Scappoose finishing in sixth place.
Good start for Henley. Double points, of course, in the relay. 14 points that'll count for the Hornets.
We go to the boys' 200-yard medley relay. Corbett will be in lane 1, Philomath in lane 2, Sweet Home in 3, Cottage Grove 4, LeGrand 5, and Madras 6. Sweet Home and Cottage Grove 4/100ths of a second apart in qualifying for this. Both fared well a year ago. Sweet Home was tied for third. Cottage Grove was second in a very narrow race as North Bend, your defending champ, had 45 points to Cottage Grove's 43, and Sweet Home and Newport tied for third at 40, with Corbett and Corbett Charter finishing fifth with 40 points. So quite a matchup a year ago, and we'll see what it boils down to today. In lane 1, Philip Hewitt swims lead for Corbett. Chase Solori in lane 2 for Philomath. Gravy Gunselman in lane 3 for Sweet Home. Sam Garrison in lane 4 for Cottage Grove. Matthew Cook leads off for LeGrand in 5, and Dustin Henderson, the lead swimmer for Madras, in 6. In 5, it's Matthew Cook of LeGrand with a great lead leg on the backstroke, and he'll give LeGrand a big lead after one leg. Sweet Home second at 26.66 to LeGrand's 24.35. 2 seconds plus on a great leadoff leg by Matthew Cook. But immediately back comes Sweet Home with Zach Pierce on the second leg. And Caleb Lazelle swimming well for Cottage Grove in lane 4. LeGrand trying to hang on in lane 5, but it's going to be Pierce in 3 to get the first touch for Sweet Home halfway through. They'll lead it. LeGrand second, Cottage Grove third, Madras fourth, Corbett fifth, and Philomath sixth. Colin Eaton swims for Corbett in lane 1, Taylor Hagel in lane 2 for Philomath. Don Rockstead in 3 for Sweet Home, Gavin Nash in 4 for Cottage Grove. Dominic Clay in 5 for LeGrand, and Aaron St. John in 6 for Madras. Back with the Butterflies, and in lane 3, it's Sweet Home touching first, handing off with 11/100ths of a second lead to their anchor, Jake Johnson. Nat Tailly swims the anchor leg for Cottage Grove. For Corbett, Colt Lowe. Philomath, Mighty Dorer. Emmett Ambert for LeGrand, and Jordan Gemelis for Madras. In lane 4, Cottage Grove. Nat Tailly will touch to give Cottage Grove the win at 1:40.62. Sweet Home second, 1:41.58. LeGrand third after that great leadoff leg at 1:44.55. Philomath fourth at 1:44.68. Madras fifth, 1:45.91. And Corbett sixth at 1:47.47.
And Todd, the first individual event of the meet, makes its way to the deck. They'll introduce all the finalists. Of course, different from the 6A meet that we just completed. Only one heat in each event. In the 6A's, an A and a B final. Here, just the top 6, 2 alternates on board should we have an athlete pull out of the meet. And then this girls' 200-yard freestyle. Let's set the lane assignments for you. In 1, Allie Godfrey, the senior from LeGrand. In 2, Willa Holmes, the sophomore from Riverdale. Alyssa Bennett, the freshman from North Bend, had the top preliminary time of 1:59.32. In 4, Lita Spradley, another freshman from Henley. In 5, Aurora Gerhardt, a freshman from Madras. And in 6, Elizabeth Bartholomew, a junior from Blanchette Catholic. The record at this level, and I know I've got this name wrong, it's at Allie Viles.
Yep.
A year
from
ago.
Taft. Yep, great performer a year ago.
1:50.82, and none of the preliminary times even approaching that. The OSAA all-class record, 1999, Sarah McCauley, and the national mark, 1:42.82.
3 freshmen and 1 sophomore in the middle lanes of the pool on this one, so a very youthful set of finalists. Godfrey in lane 1 from LeGrand, the only senior in the group.
Youth is served, and it's interesting to see these athletes start here at the state meet as freshmen, continue on through their 4 years of high school, and put together an entire career. Godfrey in 1, Holmes in 2, Bennett in 3, Spradley in 4, Gerhardt in 5, Bartholomew in 6. 8 laps of the pool, 4 times up and back. And Bennett in lane 3 leads as expected with the top preliminary time and already separating herself from the field. at the turn, 26:43. In second is Willa Holmes at 27:63. The third place swimmer, Lita Spradley. Bartholomew is fourth, Godfrey is fifth, and Gerhardt currently in sixth place. Strong start for Bennett, as the young Bulldog turns, and we're halfway there. 56 flat is her time. 57.64, the second place Willa Holmes. Spradley is third, Gerhardt fourth, Godfrey fifth, and Bartholomew is sixth. Bennett really taking it to the field now. Her only competition in lane 2, Willa Holmes, just above her. The sophomore from Riverdale. And this split 127.18 for Bennett, 129.02 for Holmes. Spradley is in third, Gerhardt fourth. Bartholomew moves up to fifth, and Godfrey now has dropped to sixth place. As they turn for home, it's Bennett's race, and she'll ease to the touchboard in 158.41 to win it. Holmes is second, Spradley third, Gerhardt fourth, Bartholomew fifth, and Godfrey will finish sixth. Again, the winning time for Alyssa Bennett, 158.41, an improvement over her preliminary time, but still well off the record for this class.
Yeah, drops it by about a second, but still 8 seconds behind Allie Viles' mark of a year ago. Viles helping to propel Taft to that third place finish in the girls' event.
Now to the boys 200, and last year's champion and the state record holder at this class, Kevin Waller, is in the field in lane 3. Also a North Bend Bulldog, this time a senior. And they'll clear the deck and bring on the competitors in the boys 200 free. We'll set the lanes for you. In 1, Don Rockstead, a senior from Sweet Home. His preliminary time, 151.73. In lane 2, Bryce Williams, a freshman from Madras, swam 149.10 in the Waller. In 3, Matthew Cook in 4 from LeGrand, the senior, 148.71. Kyle Fringer, the senior from Cottage Grove, is in lane 5. He swam 150.12 in the prelims. And in lane 6, Andrew Pence, a junior from Riverdale, 153.96 his time coming into the final. Waller better than 3 seconds faster than the rest of the field.
Yeah, the real question here, Dave, is just whether he wants to go out after this record or how much he wants to save for other events and helping his team in the team competition. So those will be some of the keys. He definitely can put that mark on the board. Very impressive during qualifying yesterday. While we've got a quick second, too, you mentioned briefly with the relays being worth double points. All our races here are championship finals, no consolation events. Scoring in individual events is 7-5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in relays, as you mentioned, double points at 14, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. So not quite as big an impact as that big 32-point performance can be at the 6A level when you win a relay, but still pretty significant numbers in the team chase.
Now, why would they score it differently? I understand having 12 scorers in the 6A meet, but why would you score the top ones differently in the smaller classifications?
You're asking me?
Well, I thought you might have an idea. You're a veteran.
I just follow the numbers.
Many of these.
It's hard enough getting those straight.
Top to bottom lanes 1 through 6, Rockstead, Williams, Waller, Cook, Fringer, and Pence in the boys 200-yard free. I suppose over many years they figured out that what scoring system works for each classification. And Waller, as expected, goes out strong. He has some competition from Cook in 4, but Waller will touch first after 2 laps, 23.68 to 23.98 for Cook. Fringer is third, Williams fourth. Rockstead stands in fifth, and Pence swims in sixth. Now a slightly bigger advantage for Waller, as he looks like he's being very careful with the pace, perhaps trying to conserve energy for future events.
The only thought I had with regard to your scoring question is I would guess that there's probably National Federation guidelines based on the number of places you award in a meet as to how the scoring goes. They probably have a table and criteria set up.
Waller continues to swim very fluidly, very easily, but within striking distance is Matthew Cook, the senior for LeGrand. Last state meet for each of them, as well as Cottage Grove's Fringer and lane 5.
He needs to go under 27 seconds on this last 50 to break his record.
Waller being pushed by Cook, and now Cook overtakes Waller. And Matthew Cook will win the state championship in the boys 200 free, 142.13 to Waller's 142.98. Fringer in third, Williams finishes fourth, Rockstead is fifth, and Pence will finish sixth. But a little bit of a surprise there, as Waller looked like he was kind of taking it easy, if you will, not hustling in that last 25, and that allowed Cook to sneak up and claim the state championship.
Yeah, good closing 50 for Matthew Cook, especially the last 25, and you do wonder whether Waller maybe took his foot off the gas a little bit and just didn't see him coming. But a good close for Cook and a big win for LeGrand. Big points for LeGrand as well. They only scored 10 points as a team all last year, and they get 7 right there from that performance.
Well, 4 events in the books now, and
time
awards
for
to be
first
passed
awards.
out.
Presenting the awards for the girls 200-yard medley relay, Henley coach Dan Zimmer. Our sixth place relay team is from LeGrand. Okay, our fifth place team is from Sisters.
Awards being presented in the girls 200 medley relay. In sixth place, LeGrand, Becca Haynes, Mariah Brown, Allie Godfrey, and Logan Gomez at 202.72. In fifth place, Sisters, Emily Kristen, Katie Stewart, Michelle Young, and Samantha Williamson at 202.40. Fourth place, Madras, Aurora Gerhart, Sophie Gamelis, Brianna Hunt, and Elizabeth Armitage at 201.14. Third place, North Bend, Madison Hanna, Kelsey Morgan, Alyssa Bennett, and Galen Wash at 32. Second place, Scappoose, Aaron Heath, Adriana Martinez, Cassandra Miltich, and Anna Ford at 2 minutes, 64 one-hundredths of a second. And the winners of the girls' 200-yard medley relay, Henley, with Angela Kirshner, Sierra Myers, Annika Torres, and Jenny Kirshner at 1:57.27.
And more awards to be presented after they clear the podium of the girls' 200-yard medley relay placers. They will bring up the boys' placers in the same event. But first time for pictures and that sort of thing as everyone is getting their medals sorted out. And they finally call Henley to the first place stand. Or third place stand, excuse me. Glad to have you here with us from Mount Hood Community College and the Aquatic Center on campus, a beautiful award-winning facility. A couple of tanks in the main arena here, and tank 1 is the competition pool. A warm-up pool in the distance just in front of the award stand. And then a breezeway to the older permanent facility with the older pool and a diving pool there as well. And the host now for many years to these OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tires State Swimming Championships. And now just getting finished with the girls awards for the 200-yard medley relay. And now they'll get the boys' placers in the 200-yard medley relay up on the podium. And let us remind you of those. Corbett finished 6th, Philip Hewitt, Kevin Jones, Colin Eaton, and Colt Lowe. Their finals time of 1:47.47. Fifth place team is Madras, Dustin Henderson, Jordan Gamelis, Goodwin, and Aaron St. John. A time of 1:45.91, 2 seconds better for Madras in the final than their preliminary mark. The fourth place team in the boys 200-yard medley relay, Philomath. The Warriors featured Chase Celery, Patrick Williamson, Taylor Hagel, and Malte Duer. The third place team, LeGrand. Matthew Cook, Sebastian Volrath, Dominic Clay, and Emmett Ambert. A time of 1:44.55. Second place in the boys 200-yard medley relay as the teams and the foursomes are making their way to the podium. Sweet Home, with perhaps my favorite name in the meet, Gravy Gunselman, Zachary Pierce, Don Rockstead, and Jake Johnson. A finals time of 1:41.58. Again, better than a second improved from their prelim. And the state champions in the boys 200-yard medley relay, Cottage Grove Lions, Sam Garrison, Caleb Lexel, Gavin Nash, and Nat Tai. The winning time 1:40.62. A state record in the 4A to 1A level, eclipsing the mark of Sweet Home 2 years ago. So Cottage Grove puts up a state record mark, still several seconds off of the all-class OSAA mark of 1:35.43, set in 1998 by McMinnville. And as we look at these records working through the events, the 98 and 99 meets were very fast. A lot of the records came in those 2 years. And our sixth placers in the boys' 200-yard medley relay.
Well, you know, the water was much different back in the 90s.
A little thinner.
Yeah. A little less viscosity, and just slide right through it. And then they went to those suits, and, you know. It is interesting how some of those marks hold.
They had suits?
Speaking of which, you want to save your where are they now bit for later, or you want to bring it up?
Why don't we get to
later?
it? Maybe we'll tease it, though.
Yeah.
We've been talking Alex Stiles for...
You've been talking Alex Stiles.
Hours.
All right.
Days.
Yeah.
I think he's my favorite all-time swimmer in Oregon prep history.
I still like Ryan Stiles better than Alex Stiles.
You do?
Yeah. He's funnier.
Alex Stiles, just to let you know what we're talking about, has the oldest record in the state of Oregon in the high school meet, dating back to 1984. I've been wondering aloud, whatever happened to him? He's from the Portland area.
We should really make this a sponsored feature, you know. Go out and find somebody to sponsor it. We'll get to the Alex Stiles update.
Yeah.
But Alex Stiles almost got erased before you got your information. We were that close earlier today.
That's true. It was what?
Half a second. 51 100ths of a second.
But that's a pretty close time in a 500-yarder.
I didn't think it was going to happen, and it almost did. Almost had to correct myself.
This time, I'd like to direct your attention to the parade of our championship finalists.
So we'll get you to the Alex Stiles update
We'll
shortly.
have to wait for the 500. We'll have to wait for the 500. That's the record he holds.
Yeah. And goodness knows we'll have enough time to talk about it at that point, too. Competitors coming in now for event number 5. And this is the girls' 200-yard individual medley. The 4A, 1A state mark is 2:06:45, set by Crystal Kibbe in 2009. The OSAA all classifications record is 2:02:60, set by Elisa Shuknek in 1999. And the national record dips way below that at 1:53:82. So in lane number 1 will be Kelsey Morgan, a junior from North Bend. She has made the finals in this event in each of her 3 years. In lane number 2, Elise Darnall, a sophomore from Phoenix. Lane number 3 is going to be Becca Haynes. Becca from LeGrand. She is a sophomore. In lane number 4, your favorite family is back again. Swimming for Sweet Home is Naomi Gunselman.
Yes.
I know it's not gravy, but Naomi deserves just as much attention, just as much credit. She's the second fastest qualifier, 21 100ths of a second behind Becca Haynes. In lane number 5, Willa Holmes, sophomore, Riverdale. And in lane 6 will be Annika Torres, a freshman from Henley. 6 underclassmen in this 200-yard IM. 1 freshman, 3 sophomores, and 2 juniors. Torres has been pretty impressive. This not her best event, as she's the number 6 qualifier in the final, the slowest of the 6 that have made it. But she's going to cap off a pretty good freshman season with her performances today. And I think this is a young lady we'll hear from over the next 3 years. Again, Morgan of North Bend in 1, Darnall, Phoenix in 2, Haynes, LeGrand in 3, Gunselman, Sweet Home in 4, Holmes, Riverdale in 5, and Torres, Henley in lane 6. Good opening 25 for Elise Darnall on the butterfly leg, and Naomi Gunselman doing well in lane number 4. Gunselman rallies, and she'll touch first at 28:59, Darnall at 29:26. Torres third in lane 6 at 29:52, Holmes at 30:40. Haynes at 30.63, and Morgan at 30.72. 50 yards of backstroke. Gunselman with a good touch. She'll come up first. Darnall is in second, the two of them battling, and now again moving up in lane 3 is Becca Haynes. Darnall a stronger second 25 of the backstroke, and she will lead it halfway through. The sophomore from Phoenix touches at 101.77 to Naomi Gunselman's 102.26. It's a half-second lead. Haynes third at 104.56. Therese fourth, 105.30. Holmes fifth at 106.15, and Morgan in sixth at 107.74. All weekend long, Dave, it seems as though the breaststroke has been the key to success. And this one we've got down to a pretty even battle right now between Gunselman in 4 and Darnall in 2.
The breaststroke has been the difference maker, I agree.
Gunselman usually swims a very strong second 25, but Darnall hanging right there with her. And this is going to come down to the freestyle leg between Naomi Gunselman in the green and black cap in lane 4 and Elise Darnall in lane 2. Gunselman first at 145.24, Darnall 146.13. And it's 50 yards of freestyle for the IM championship. Gunselman very strong, but Darnall staying right with her. I guess Gunselman with about a second advantage on the turn. Darnall pretty strong off the wall, and it's down to a 25-yard sprint. Gunselman appears to be hanging on, but now Darnall starting to close. Still a few strokes left. Gunselman has enough to take it. She'll touch at 2:17.02. Darnall at 2:18.05 for second. Haynes third at 2:19.20. Holmes fourth at 2:19.70. Morgan fifth at 2:20. Faded to sixth at 2:22.82. The defending champion and meet record holder highlights the field for the boys 200-yard intermediate medley. And he's also the fastest qualifier this year by 7 seconds over the rest of the field. It's always interesting to watch the competitors as they come off the pool deck. Some, particularly the seniors who may be swimming a last race, a little closer to tears. Some with just huge smiles and elation for just a good performance, not even necessarily a state championship. And a wave to family and friends as they head back to the dressing area. The field for the boys 200-yard intermediate medley. In lane 1 is Philip Hewitt, a junior from Corbett. Fifth fastest qualifier at 2:05.22. In lane number 2, Gavin Nash, a senior from Cottage Grove. He was the fourth fastest qualifier with a time of 2:01.13. The defending champion and the state meet record holder is in lane 3, and we've seen him perform very well in past years as well. And Aaron Giglieri, a senior from Cascade Christian, 152.78 in the prelims for a state record. In lane 4 is Austin Turner, a sophomore from Newport, the second fastest qualifier, but 7 seconds behind Giglieri at 159.69. In lane 5 is Ian Goodwin from Madras at 2:01.55. And in lane 6 is Dominic Clay, a junior from LeGrand, who is at 2:06.26. And Giglieri actually the defending champion of the 100 fly rather than this 200 IM. So I want to make a correction there and apologize. Zach Pierce of Sweet Home won this race a year ago.
But Giglieri with such a strong performance in the prelims. Fun to watch that state record yesterday afternoon.
The OSAA all classifications record is Ben Brink from 1999 at 149.50. And the national record is 143.43. Gilieri may be on the outside of possible All-American consideration, I would think, in this event. Some extra conferring going on. Let's update our point totals here through a couple events so far, as we had to get those fixed, but we're ready to go now.
I think we are. Well, event 5, at least through event 5, on the girls' side, Henley leading with 19 points. North Bend close behind with 17, and third Scappoose 10, Riverdale with 8. And I think we'll have a moment here. So actually, LeGrand also tied for 4th and 8th. In 6th place, Sweet Home with 7. In 7th, Madras with 6, Phoenix with 5 in 8th place. In 9th, it's Sisters and Blanchette Catholic in 10th place with 3 points so far. But Henley leading the way. Good start for the Hornets, 19 points, but North Bend right there. And that's two of the teams that we expect to contend here, Henley and North Bend.
Yeah, Henley runners up a year ago, and for North Bend, a big move up, as they scored only 7 points in last year's meet. They were tied for 13th. So they're off to a good start here. And do we have any boys totals through those first couple of boys races at all?
We do. Through the boys, well, they don't have the accurate team results yet. We're still waiting on that.
All right, we're ready to get back to action again for the boys 200-yard IM. Hewitt of Corbett in lane 1. Nash Cottage Grove in 2. Gilieri, Cascade Christian in 3. Turner, Newport in 4. Goodwin, Madras in 5. And Clay, LeGrand in 6. Gilieri and Nash out to a good opening butterfly leg. Lane 1, Hewitt close in 3rd, it appears, but Turner will out-touch him. Gilieri 24.42 is split for his butterfly leg as we go to the backstroke. Turner doing a nice job below him in 4. Nash fading a little bit on the backstroke leg, but fairly close at the turn. Looks like he might have messed that up a little bit on the turn. He stays about a body length within Gilieri. And Aaron's starting to pull away here at the midway point. He'll touch in 52.22. Remember his mark he set yesterday, 152.78, as he goes to the breaststroke leg with a better than 2-second lead over Gavin Nash. Turner is 3rd, Goodwin 4th, Hewitt 5th, and Clay is in 6th. Off the wall, and Gilieri well out in the lead. Gilieri way out in front of the pack now in the second 25 of the breaststroke as he touches in 124.17. He's got 28 and change to break his record on the freestyle leg, so he should be in pretty good shape. Nash 2nd, Turner 3rd, Goodwin 4th, Hewitt 5th, and Clay in 6th. 25 yards to go for Aaron Gilieri as he tries to break the meet record he set yesterday. He's got 7 seconds to get there. 152.78 is the mark, and he has it at 151.15. He takes another second and a half off the record. Aaron Gilieri, 2 days, 2 state meet records, and a championship in the boys 200 IM. Austin Turner 2nd at 157.51. Gavin Nash 3rd at 157.58, a close finish there. Goodwin 4th at 201.33. Clay 5th at 206.28. And Hewitt coming in 6th in the boys 200-yard IM.
Well, I didn't think Gilieri was holding back anything yesterday in the prelims, but obviously he had another gear today in the finals and resets the record.
Maybe it's 5th Gilieri. We'll just, give him that bad nickname. Overdrive. Great performance there for another record.
Coming up next, making their way to the deck, the girls' 50-yard freestyle. Time for the sprints. Todd, And let's set the field for you before they get on the starting blocks. Cassandra Miltich, the senior from Scappoose, will be in lane 1. Elizabeth Armitage, a junior from Madras, is in lane 2. Brianna Sapienza, sophomore for Cascade Christian, is in 3. She has the top qualifying time, 24.34. In 4, it's Angela Kirschner, the senior from Henley, 25.24. Actually, she had, oh no, it is Sapienza, sorry. My numbers are all running together after hours and hours of these swim meets. And in lane 5, Shelby Baker, the freshman from LeGrand. Lane 6, Emily Kristen from Sisters. She's also a freshman. So 2 freshmen, 2 seniors, a sophomore and a junior in this field. And watch out for Brianna Sapienza in lane 3 from Cascade Christian, the same lane her classmate Giglieri swam in just moments ago.
Sapienza also the defending champion in the event at 24.74 a year ago.
The 4A state meet record, Stephanie North set it in 2024.06. That is perhaps within striking distance for Sapienza. And Kaylin Bing, the outstanding Roseburg product, if I'm not mistaken. Am I learning here? Is that right?
Yep.
Owns
Very
the
good.
all-class record of 22.83. That's probably not within reach for Sapienza, at least here in her sophomore season. The national record, 22.04. Miltich of Scappoose, Armitage of Madras, Sapienza of Cascade Christian, Kirschner of Henley, Baker of LeGrand, and Kristen of Sisters. Off the turn, it's Sapienza with about a half-body lead. Trying to hold off a push from lane 4 and Angela Kirschner. It'll be Sapienza winning easily in 24.28, improving her time from the prelims by 0.06 of a second. In second, it's Kirschner, 24.95. Armitage swam to third in 25.79. Miltich is fourth, Baker fifth, and Kristen is sixth. But Sapienza, your state champion in her sophomore campaign in the girls' 50-yard free.
So she's 2 for 2, and we'll also watch her later in action, most likely in the butterfly, where she set the meet record to win that race a year ago, and then lowered it during qualifying yesterday.
And making their way to the deck, the boys' 50-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Sebastian Bolrath, a senior from LeGrand. Lane 2, Robert Berry, a senior for Central. In lane 3, Cullen Eaton, the senior from Corbett. Lane 4, Andrew Hasbrook, the senior from Central. In lane 5, Taylor Hagel, a senior from Philomath. And in 6, Kellen Wood, a junior from Newport. Top qualifying time, Colin Eaton, 20.73, setting a new record yesterday in the prelims. And perhaps a chance to lower that again this afternoon. The all classes mark, 20.32, Morgan Henderson Coons, and the national mark, 19.43. 2 Central Panthers in the field, Hasbrook and Berry, so a chance for Central High School to score a mess of team points. And Colin Eaton swam for, he is the defending champ in the event, as well as the 4A record holder.
Swam a 29.87 last year and then chopped that, as you said, in the prelims and set a state meet record in qualifying. So as the old dance tune used to say, how low can you go? We'll see what Colin Eaton does here in the flat-out sprint.
So the fastest race of the meet right here, the boys 50 free. And coming your way next, the girls and boys 100-yard butterflies, and then the 100-yard freestyles individually. And the introductions are done. We're ready for the race. Volrath, Berry, Eaton, Hasbrook, Hagel, and Wood, top to bottom, lanes 1 through 6. Eaton hits the wall first. And a strong turn off the wall. Eaton will win this race. It's just a question, does he lower his record? 20.48, he does.
Quarter of a second.
Lowers his record again from the prelims yesterday. And Colin Eaton is your state champion, the senior, going out in style. The titleist in the boys 50-yard freestyle. In second was Volrath in lane 1. 22.45. Berry finished third in 22.57. In fourth, Kellen Wood. Hagel was fifth, and Hasbrook was sixth in the boys 50-yard freestyle.
Great event for Colin Eaton. He misses the all classification record by just 16/100ths of a second. That's set by Morgan Henderson Coons of Westview back in 2009, and he almost nailed that this time. So strong performance for Eaton, big points for Corbett in the 50-yard freestyle. And we get set for some more awards to be handed out, and then break time here at the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A meet. While they gather the competitors for the girls 200-yard freestyle, there was a disqualification in the race. In fifth place, Allie Godfrey, a senior from LeGrand, at 2:07.09. Fourth place, Elizabeth Bartholomew, junior from Blanchette Catholic.
Our fourth place finisher, Elizabeth Bartholomew, Blanchette Catholic.
Elizabeth Bartholomew was fourth for Blanchette Catholic, the junior at 2:05.21. Lita Spradley, freshman from Henley, third at 2:01.64. Lita Spradley, as we said, third. Willa Holmes of Riverdale, second at 2 minutes 53/100ths of a second, and Alyssa Bennett of North Bend, the winner, at 1:58.41. We're looking at some of the scoring sheets. We told you earlier there was a little goof up with the relay totals, and they've kind of made a mess up in the individual race point totals here as well. So
we can look at some of the, well, perhaps we will hold off on my team totals that I've just been handed after the 250-yard sprints.
Our sixth place finisher in the boys 200-yard freestyle, Andrew Smith, Riverdale.
Did I get it fixed for you? Not yet?
Well, Jackie will have to do it.
and now they're handing out the awards for the boys 200-yard freestyle. And in sixth place was Andrew Pence, a junior from Riverdale, at 1:55.17. Fifth, Don Rockstead, senior from Sweet Home, 1:51.21. Fourth, Bryce Williams, freshman from Madras, at 1:50.08. senior from Cottage Grove at 148.89. Second was Kevin Waller, a senior from North Bend, at 142.98. And in first place was Matthew Cook, senior from LeGrand, at 142.13. We're waiting for the presentation of awards in the 200 IM for the girls and the boys here at the 2012 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A state swim meet. You're watching OSAA.tv. And we're coming to you from the Mount Hood Community College Aquatic Center in Gresham, site of the OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires Swimming State Championships. In case you missed it a little bit earlier, in the 6A state competition, the Jesuit girls were victorious, winning their fourth straight state title. And Sunset made it back-to-back titles for the boys in 6A as they narrowly edged McMinnville Sheridan for the boys' team title.
And I believe we are ready for the girls' presentation in the 200-yard IM. In sixth, Annika Torres, the freshman from Henley, in 2:22.82. The fifth place finisher, Kelsey Morgan, a junior from North Bend, 2:22.30. In fourth place, Willa Holmes, a sophomore from Riverdale, 2:19.70. Making her way to the podium, the third place finisher, Becca Haynes of LeGrand, the sophomore, 2:19.20. In second, Elise Darnall, sophomore from Phoenix, 2:18.05. And the champion of the girls' 200-yard individual medley, Naomi Gunselman, the junior from Sweet Home, 2:17.02. Sister of gravy. Your gravy sister, shouldn't you be dumpling or mashed potatoes?
Chicken. Yeah. I don't know. I think it'd be a little harder on a young lady than on a guy. Gravy, that's kind of cool.
It's a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more set of awards to be presented, and then we will step aside here at the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A meet. Butterfly and freestyle, 100 yards each, are next on the agenda.
Next up on the podium at the far end of the facility, the boys' 200-yard individual medley placers. In sixth, Dominic Clay, junior from LeGrand, 2:06.28. In fifth place, Philip Hewitt, a junior from Corbett, 2:05.16. Finishing fourth, Ian Goodwin, sophomore from Madras. His finals time, 2:01.33. Third place, Gavin Nash, the senior from Cottage Grove, 1:57.58. In In second place, Austin Turner, the sophomore from Newport, 157.51. And the state champion in the boys 200-yard individual medley with an All-America qualifying time and a state record, 151.15 from Cascade Christian, the senior, Aaron Giglieri.
Well, we're scheduled for a 15-minute break here, but that would put us behind schedule if we take the full 15 because it's taken us forever to get to this point. But we do have a break for a few minutes anyway, so we'll stop things down, be back with you shortly. When we return, it'll be the 100-yard butterfly at the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A Swimming State Championships. You're watching it on OSAA.tv.
One Saturday night, someone went through town slashing tires. Sunday morning, one of Andy Spencer's customers at Les Schwab went to Andy's house to see if he could help.
You got it.
Andy got in his truck and drove up and down the streets, helping anyone who needed it. He worked at it pretty hard most of the day.
That's all of them.
Andy didn't tell anybody no. He really went above and beyond his duties as a manager and a neighbor. I'm James Hamilton, and that's my Les Schwab story.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you've stopped saving, let us help you start. Savings today and rewards tomorrow from U.S. Bank. Save a little every week with every purchase, every paycheck. Watch your savings grow. When you reach $1,000, you'll earn a $50 rewards Visa card. Earn another $50 when you keep it for a year. Save for a wedding day, a family, or your house. Just start. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank.
And we welcome you back to the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A State Swimming Championships from the Mount Hood Community College Aquatic Center in Gresham. Our next event is the girls' 100-yard butterfly. In lane 1, Momoko Mayumi, a sophomore from Valley Catholic, who qualified at 104.24. In lane number 2 is Sophie Jamelis, a freshman from Madras, who qualified at 103.39. In lane number 3, you've already seen her in action, winning, setting records. She won this event a year ago at 56.39. She set the state meet record in qualifying at 55.37. Defending champion, sophomore from Cascade Christian, Brianna Sapienza, in lane 3. In lane 4 is Sarah Clyde, freshman from Gladstone. She's the second fastest qualifier, but is nearly 5 seconds behind Sapienza in the qualifying rounds yesterday. In lane 5 is a senior from LeGrand, Allie Godfrey, qualified at 103.82. And in lane 6, a junior from Valley Catholic, Julia Anderson, 104.29. She was the number 6 qualifier in this field. So again, Mayumi of Valley Catholic in 1, Jamelis of Madras in 2, Sapienza of Cascade Christian in 3, Clyde of Gladstone in 4, Godfrey of LeGrand in 5, and Anderson from Valley Catholic in 6. In the girls' 100-yard butterfly, you hate to say it, but on paper, barring some strange occurrence, this is a race for second place. Two times up and back.
And for Sapienza, it's a race perhaps to improve her own record.
Right, yeah, she's really going against the clock right now. Sapienza already a full body length plus in front of anyone else in the field. And she'll touch halfway at 25.53. So she needs to go 30 seconds flat to break her mark. Clyde second at 27.60. Mayumi third, 28.55. Anderson fourth at 29.41. Gamelis fifth at 29.75. And Godfrey sixth at 30.04. Did she go out too fast? She still seems to be swimming very powerfully. 55.37, the number we're looking for. She'll get that at 54.69. 0.6 below the mark she set yesterday. And just off the all classification mark of Kaylin Bing. 54.63 officially now they put up. Clyde second at 59.21. Mayumi third at 102.01. Jamelis fourth, 103.13. Godfrey fifth at 103.65. And Anderson sixth at 103.75. Nearly a 5-second victory and another meet record for Sapienza.
Wow. Fantastic. And just a couple of events after a fantastic performance in the 50-yard free for Sapienza. And now coming up, her teammate again, Aaron Giglieri, has a chance to improve his record from a year ago in the boys' 100-yard free, or fly.
He is the defending champion, set the mark in last year's event. And he is the leading qualifier as well by about 2 seconds, but he could be pressed by a pretty talented field. Let's set them for you. First in lane 1 is Jeff Underwood, a senior from Phoenix. In lane 2 is Taylor Hagel, a senior from Philomath, who qualified at 53.87. Underwood qualified at 54.66. Giglieri already won title and a mark under his belt today. The senior from Cascade Christian qualified at 50.50. Again, his meet record last year, 49.74. In lane 4, it's Gavin Nash, senior from Cottage Grove, the second fastest qualifier. Nash at 52.21 to put himself in lane 4. Will he be able to keep his eyes on Guillieri. Your guy who's back in lane 5.
Gravy.
Everything's gravy for Gravy Gunselman.
I love gravy.
The senior from Sweet Home, 54.62. Fourth fastest qualifier in the field, but I think he can go below that, to be honest, and easy in lane 5. And Max Stuntsner Gibson from North Bend, a senior who's also had a very busy meet, is out in lane 6. So setting the field for you again, it's Underwood in lane 1 from Phoenix, Hagel from Philomath in lane 2, Guillieri from Cascade Christian in 3, Nash from Cottage Grove in lane 4, Gunselman from Sweet Home in lane 5, and Stuntsner Gibson of North Bend in lane 6. Guillieri usually known for a very powerful opening 50, and we'll see if that's the case here. A long run under the water. He's one of the last to come up and extends to a half body length plus lead over Hagel in 2 and Nash in 4. Guillieri at 23.14, Nash a second plus behind at 24.20. Then it's Hagel, Underwood, Stuntsner Gibson, and Gunselman. 25 yards to go, and Guillieri in control. And he will sail to victory. The question now, is it another record? He does have a shot at it, touches, and gets it. 49.52, breaking his mark by 22 100ths of a second. Nash is second at 51.39. Hagel third, 53.48. Underwood fourth at 54.21. Stuntsner Gibson fifth, 54.30, and Gunselman sixth at 55.01 in the boys' 100-yard butterfly.
How about the kids from Cascade Christian? Back-to-back races, back-to-back state records.
Boys finished 8th last year with 12 points, and the girls were also 8th with 14, so just for them, a question of a little more depth. If they had some more performers besides the 2 stars they have, they'd make a heck of a lot of waves.
And making their way to the deck, the finalists in the girls' 100-yard freestyle. The 4A to 1A state record held by Allie Viles, set a year ago, 50.88. The OSAA all-class record owned by Kaylin Bing of Roseburg, also set on the same day a year ago. National mark of 48.33. And I don't think any records are in jeopardy based on the preliminary times in this field.
Just to go back to the thought about Cascade Christian.
Yes.
They have a total, boys and girls, a total of 6 swimmers here.
Wow.
So much for having a relay team. You can't even do that. So that's one of the reasons why they don't pile up more points. But Guillieri for the guys and Sapienza for the girls, they don't even have enough to qualify a relay team and get them here. They didn't make it, obviously. They have a relay team, but they didn't get them here to qualify for state. So just 6 competitors, and they're restricted to just individual events, which is a little tough when the relays count double.
Absolutely, that's a good point. Too bad the boys and girls couldn't combine to make a relay team just for the fun of swimming.
There'd be a fun event.
And that would be a fun
event.
A
co-ed relay.
2 boys, 2 girls.
That. Yeah. I think you're on to something there.
Hey.
Wrap up the meet with a little co-ed relay.
Mixed
what do you
doubles.
think? Let's get them to the blocks.
And a clean start in lane 1, Kathleen Shue, the freshman from Valley Catholic. In lane 2, Shelby Baker, a freshman from LeGrand. In 3, Angela Kirshner, a senior from Henley. In 4, Elizabeth Armitage, a junior from Madras. In 5, Anna Ford, senior from Scappoose. And in lane 6, Taylor Gill, a senior from Mazama. It's Armitage at 26:59, touching first just ahead of Kirshner, 26:69. Baker is third in 27:63. Ford is fourth. Shue is fifth, and Gill is sixth. Final 25. And in lane 3, Kirshner looks to be laboring a little bit. Here comes Armitage in 4, and it's Kirshner winning 55-26. Armitage is second in 55-79. Baker finishes third in 57-46. Anna Ford was fourth. Kathleen Shue fifth, and Taylor Gill sixth in the girls' 100-yard freestyle. And next up, the boys' 100-yard free, as they parade down the deck to the dulcet tones of the Rolling Stones.
I always love it when the starter has them come back up out of the blocks and the entire crowd goes, ooh, as if somebody did something wrong, like there was some huge transgression always.
I haven't seen a false start. Is that ever, have you seen that here at the state swim meet? You're
in the
a veteran
past
of
we
more
have,
than,
yeah.
yes?
Yeah, it's pretty rare. But remember, you've got sensor pads, and we don't get told some of the reasons for the DQs, but with those sensor pads, they'll sense if someone jumps the electronic timer. If you remove contact from the sensor on the start tower before the light, the flash that indicates the start, that's your DQ.
I did not
so
realize
we don't
that.
get told necessarily that it was a DQ for a false start. So some of the DQs that we've had today could be for that, where you try to jump it a little bit.
Or perhaps in the relay if you leave early.
Right.
Well, let's introduce you to the finalists in the boys' 100-yard freestyle. The 4A to 1A state record set a year ago by Colin Eaton, and he is in this field. That mark, 46.16, the all classes record, 43.70, Morgan Henderson Coons. And the state mark, 42, or the national mark, 42.87.
Eaton set that mark in qualifying in last year's meet and then backed it up with a 46.42 in the final.
Wow. In lane 1, Sebastian Volrath, senior from LeGrand. Lane 2 is Zachary Pierce, senior from Sweet Home. In lane 3, the aforementioned Eaton, a senior from Corbett, 47.77, his qualifying time. In lane 4, Austin Turner, a sophomore from Newport. He has the second best qualifying mark at 48.84. In lane 5, Don Rockstead, a senior from Sweet Home. And in lane 6, Kyle Fringer, the senior from Cottage Grove. We're starting to see these names pop up over and over in these individual events. It is the smaller school meet, so that makes sense that strong swimmers in one event would perhaps be strong in multiple events. And it's fun to see these go head-to-head and see who is stronger in individual disciplines. Volrath, Pierce, Eaton, Turner, Rockstead, and Fringer. Lanes 1 through 6 off the first turn. It will be Eaton in a big way, the senior from Corbett. Chasing him down is Zachary Pierce in lane 2. And Eaton with a great turn after 50. His mark 21.80. Pierce second in 22.84. Fringer is third in lane 6. And Turner is fourth in lane 4. This one belongs to Eaton as they head for the home stretch, final 10 yards. And Eaton touches in at 45-35, bettering his own state meet record by nearly a second. Second is Pierce in 47.69. 48.69. In third, Turner at 48.40. Fourth place finisher is Fringer. In fifth, Rockstead, and Volrath swims to sixth, but a fantastic performance by Colin Eaton, who brought his best time of the year and the best time in the last 2 seasons to this race in the final.
And you were talking earlier about some of the matchups and names repeating and recurring. This is always one of the dilemmas for a coach. If you have a team that is a possible contender for a state trophy, let's say, and you have, let's say hypothetically, a great freestyle swimmer, but yet you know Colin Eaton is there, you have to decide how to shuffle and stack your roster and where to put swimmers. Do you want your kid to go against Eaton and settle for second? Can he get you more points in another discipline? You know, you're limited as the number of events that your athletes can enter. Is he part of a relay team and absolutely has to be part of a relay team that takes him away from another possible event? All those sorts of things that coaches have to consider if they're going to vie for a state title. Time for some awards here, and the fastest boys and girls in the pool are first up on the blocks.
And that would be the girls' 50-yard freestyle. And let's introduce you to our placers. In sixth, Emily Kristen, a freshman from Sisters. Her mark, 26.83. In fifth, Shelby Baker, a freshman from LeGrand. Her finals time, 26.62. In fourth, Cassandra Miltich, a senior from Scappoose, 26.49 in the finals. In third, Elizabeth Armitage, the junior from Madras. She swam a 25.79. Second place today, Angela Kirschner, senior from Henley, 24.95. And leading the way, Brianna Sapienza, 24.28, the winning time for the sophomore from Cascade Christian. Sapienza really has a chance to put together a brilliant high school career, as she's good in a couple of different disciplines and record-setting, in fact, in a couple of different disciplines.
4 races, 4 titles, records over the 2 years. And like we said, it's really just kind of lack of depth that's hurting her and her team more than anything else, just not enough other bodies to support her effort.
I know they were sorting out team scoring, and these scores look a little more in line.
Yeah.
So let's check that as we await the boys' placers in the 50 free. Through the girls' 100-yard freestyle, that's 11 events, or event 11. In first is Henley with 31. Madras is second, 18 points over the Hornets. In third, North Bend, still at 17. Scappoose has 16 in fourth, tied with LeGrand. And in sixth, Cascade Christian with 14 points, and many of those from Sapienza. In fact, all of those.
Them, yeah.
And on the boys' side, after the 100-yard free just completed, Cottage Grove leads the team race with 30 points. LeGrand is second with 22. Sweet Home in third with 20. Corbett is fourth with 18, and Cascade Christian is fifth with 14 points.
And the other thing that's interesting that we're seeing, which you often see again at this smaller school level, both of the defending champions right now are well down in the standings. Phoenix girls are 10th, and the North Bend boys are 9th. And places where, again, if you lose 1 or 2 kids who are outstanding swimmers, you lose the core of a team when you don't have that many kids. And that's affecting them this year. Medals being handed out in the boys' 50 free.
And we'll start with the 6th place finisher, Andrew Hasbrook, senior from Central, 23.17. In 5th, Taylor Hagel, the senior from Philomath, 22.97, or 9.1, excuse me. In 4th place, Kellen Wood, the junior from Newport, 22.79. In 3rd, Robert Berry, the senior from Central, in 22.57. In 2nd, Sebastian Volrath of LeGrand, 22.45. And the champion with an All-America qualifying mark and the state record, Colin Eaton of Corbett, 20.48. Your finishers in the boys 50-yard freestyle.
And next up, we'll hand out the awards in the 100-yard butterfly. As we are through 6 of the 11 events for each of these teams, 12 out of 22. Still 2 relays with double points to go. And the girls 100 fly, there was a disqualification. Allie Godfrey of LeGrand will finish 5th at 103.67. In 4th place is Sophie Jamelis, a freshman from Madras, at 103.13. In 3rd, Momoko Mayumi, sophomore from Valley Catholic, at 102.01. They ought to just put a little bench over by the award stand that says reserved for Cascade Christian or reserved for Gilieri and Sapienza at least. 2nd place, Sarah Clyde, freshman from Gladstone. Nice performance in her first state meet. She takes 2nd at 59.21, but she was in the wake of Brianna Sapienza, who breaks the state meet record she set yesterday and has an All-American automatic qualifying time, 54.63, to capture first place in the girls' 100-yard butterfly. We'll have the 500-yard freestyles coming up shortly, and don't forget, you'll be able to find out the answer to the burning question, who is Alex Stiles and why is he so important to this broadcast?
That's right.
Stay tuned. Inquiring minds want to know.
It's riveting. Actually went on to quite a successful swimming career. But we'll get to that.
Actually, yeah, people used to pay a lot of money and buy a lot of tickets to come in and watch him swim. They used to go through the turnstiles to see Stiles turn. I'm glad I have you here because Akamian would just hold his head in his hands right now. All right, the boys 100-yard butterfly. Top 6 placers and another All-American on top of the stand. In 6th place, in his senior year, Gravy Gunselman from Sweet Home at 55.01. 5th place, Max Stuntsner Gibson, senior from North Bend, at 54.30. In 4th place is Jeff Underwood, a senior from Phoenix, at 54.21. Third place is Taylor Hagel, a senior from Philomath, at 53.48. In 2nd place, Gavin Nash, a senior from Cottage Grove, at 51.39. And the champion for the 2012 boys 100-yard butterfly, the same name as in 2011, breaks his record of a year ago. All-American mark of 49.52 seconds, 3/10 under the time needed for automatic All-American status. And a new meet record for Aaron Gilieri, the senior from Cascade Christian, to claim 7 more points for his school. Those are the award winners in the boys 100-yard butterfly. And just about ready to bring the field and the girls' 500-yard freestyle up onto the pool deck. Don't forget, we'll have continuing coverage starting tonight at 6:30 of the 5A Swimming State Championships, the final session to wrap up this year's event here in Gresham. Next weekend, the Wrestling State Championships. Basketball follows after that.
2 weeks worth of basketball.
Yep. Find out all the events at osaa.org. And from there, you can always find links to osaa.tv and the OSAA radio network for complete championship coverage of Oregon high school athletics.
I know we're a part of it, but it is really a cutting edge kind of thing in terms of coverage of high school athletics in the United States. I know other states look to Oregon now as a model. And in preparing for this, my first ever OSAA swim meet, I was able to go out and on demand watch highlights of last year's meet.
The girls' 500-yard freestyle. The 4A, 1A state record set 2 years ago by Rachel Heaney. 5:04.40. The OSAA all-class record, Lauren Tees, 1997, at 4:47.34. The national record at 4:34.78. And again, as we've said throughout, a pretty young field, only one senior. 4 freshmen and a sophomore rounding out our top 6 to compete for a state championship. In lane 1 will be Logan Gomez, a senior from LeGrand, qualified with a 5:31.64 mark. In lane 2, Lita Spradley, a freshman from Henley, 5:23.81. Lane 3, freshman Sarah Clyde from Gladstone, went out very strong in her qualifying heat yesterday and posted the best qualifying time by 5 seconds with a 5:18.52. In lane number 4 is Alyssa Bennett, a freshman from North Bend, who qualified in 5:23.39. In lane 5, Elise Dernal, sophomore from Phoenix, qualified at 5:27.31. And in lane 6, to round out our field here in the girls' 500-yard freestyle, is Jenny Kirschner, a freshman from Henley, who qualified in 5:36.03. So at the top of your screen, the only senior in the field, Logan Gomez from LeGrand. In lane 2 is Lita Spradley from Henley. Lane 3, Sarah Clyde from Gladstone. Lane 4, Alyssa Bennett, North Bend. Lane 5, Elise Darnall, Phoenix. And lane 6, Jenny Kirschner from Henley. And while we have a moment, let's take a quick beat and update our team scoring totals here so far through 6 events for the girls and boys.
And the girls' side, since we're watching the girls' race, in first place, Henley with 31 points. Madras with 18. North Bend a point back with 17 in third place. In fourth, Scappoose with 16, tied with LeGrand. So very tight there, 2 through 6, or 2 through 5, essentially, all separated by 2 points. In sixth place, Cascade Christian with 14. In seventh, Riverdale with 8. In eighth place, it's Sweet Home with 7 points. Valley Catholic is in ninth with 6. Phoenix, Sisters, and Gladstone all tied for 10th with 5 points. In 13th, Blanchette Catholic. And in 14th place, Mazama with 1.
And this race, a chance really for Henley to possibly extend that lead a little bit, as the Hornets have 2 swimmers in the event. And some of their nearest competition Madras has no one in. North Bend has one. And Scappoose does not have anyone. So a chance for the Hornets, depending on how well Spradley in 2 and Kirshner in 6 do, to add on some valuable team points. We'll check the boys' team totals for you coming up in a bit. And right around the corner, the Styles Report. We head down to the halfway mark here in the girls' 500-yard freestyle. And a good race right now between Sarah Clyde, freshman from Gladstone in the orange cap, and Alyssa Bennett, freshman from North Bend in the blue cap with the gold trim. Clyde leading it by 83 100ths of a second at the midway point of this 500-yard freestyle. Gomez is third, Spradley fourth, Darnall fifth, and Kirshner is in sixth place. So Kirshner hoping to move up and get some more points for Henley. Clyde touches first, Bennett second, and a little more than a second difference this time. Clyde at 3:05.39 and Bennett 3:06.48. The Henley swimmers are fourth and sixth right now. And that would only bring them 8 more points. I'm going to say that only, but not the maximum that they could possibly get. Actually, that would get them 4 more points, sorry. And they could get as many as 12 in the event. Clyde with a good leg right there. She draws away and leads by nearly 3 full seconds now over Bennett. Spradley moves up to third for Henley. Darnall for Phoenix is fourth. Kirshner of Henley up to fifth now. Well, let's check that. I think Kirshner's probably sixth. Logan Gomez touching, but the board not showing it. But let's watch to the wall this time. 2 more times up and back for Sarah Clyde. And a very strong race as she continues to stretch it. Now a 4-second lead over Alyssa Bennett with 100 yards to go, 2 times up and back. Bennett just trying to hang on right now. Gomez of LeGrand is third, Spradley fourth, Darnall fifth, and Kirshner sixth. Bell lap for Sarah Clyde, the freshman from Gladstone. She needed to swim a 22-second sub-22 to get the state mark, so I don't think she'll get to that at the end of the 500-yard swim. Bennett is second, Gomez third, Spradley fourth, Darnall fifth, and Kirshner sixth. Gladstone fans yelling, trying to urge her home, trying to get to the record. She's over it already. But they'll still cheer a state championship for Sarah Clyde, a freshman state champion at 5:14.03. And a big win over Alyssa Bennett, 5:20.71. Spradley of Henley comes up to out-touch Gomez. That's important points there. 5:22.55 for Spradley, 5:23.10 for Gomez. Darnall fifth for Phoenix at 5:28.22. And Kirshner in sixth at 5:34.40 to round out the girls' 500-yard freestyle. Well, it's time for the boys' 500-yard freestyle. And if you've been with us at all this weekend, first off, we thank you for that.
Yes.
But you know that we've looked at this mark, the state meet record set by Kevin Waller yesterday in qualifying. But that's still 7 seconds beyond what we believe to be the oldest record in the state swimming book, going back to 1984, set by Alex Stiles. And it got my partner, Dave Wenda, to wondering just who was Alex Stiles and where is he now? So,
yes. And
with the help of The Resource, and we do have to give The Resource
Steve Walker,
credit.
The excellent sports information director with the OSAA, helped with this and may still be working on this. He said, I'll try to find you some more before the 5A meet on Stiles because...
is he putting in some calls?
He may be. I know he's working the internet pretty hard. And one thing I like about Stiles already, even though I've never met the man, is he's hard to find on the internet. He doesn't leave what they call, I guess, a digital footprint or much of one.
Well, keeping in mind, of
respect
course,
that.
that his accomplishments happened before there was an internet might have something
That's
to do with
true,
it.
but he's not out there where
Yeah.
you punch in his name and he just pops up with Facebook and Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
But what we do know is he is in the PIL Hall of Fame. The former Lincoln star who set the record in '84.
So if you just call the PIL Hall of Fame Cyber Museum, they should be able to locate Alex Stiles for you. They knew where to get a hold of him during his cyber induction.
That's that's a good point. You know, looking back to his high school career, not only a 4-time state champion in the 500-meter free, but a 2-time state champion in the 200 free, and obviously the state record holder. That's what got us to thinking. And a soccer letter winner as well.
Just a letter winner? Really?
That's
it?
all it says.
Wow.
It doesn't give us any stats in his soccer career.
He's lost a lot of luster now.
But he went on to swim at the University of Arizona, a very prestigious swimming program at the collegiate level, and was a 3-time All-America for the Wildcats at the University of Arizona. I'm guessing swimming the distance freestyle.
I'll get you to step number 2 in just a second.
Well, thank you.
University of Arizona Sports Information, University of Arizona Alumni Association. Now, doggone it, Dave, get to work.
You're right. That's
All
a
right.
good idea.
While Dave searches for Alex Stiles, feverishly, because we are under time constraints now. This story will become stale. It won't work at wrestling. So, the boys' 500-yard freestyle is underway. Kevin Waller is the defending champion in this, swimming 4:35 and change to win it last year. He set the state meet record in qualifying yesterday at 4:34.51, 7 seconds, as we said, behind Alex Stiles. And the national record is 4:16.39. In lane 1 is Grant Cooper, a senior from North Marion, 5th fastest qualifier at 5:14.06. Lane 2, Madras, at 5:09.72. He was 3rd fastest qualifier. Kevin Waller, the senior from North Bend, 18 seconds better than anyone else in the field in qualifying at 4:34.51 for a state meet record. In lane 4, Ian Goodwin, sophomore from Madras, 4:52.96, the number 2 qualifier. In lane 5, Caleb Lazelle, sophomore from Cottage Grove, the number 5 qualifier, at 5:09, make it number 4 qualifier at 5:09.73. And in lane 6, Jeremy Durst, freshman from Blanchette Catholic, the number 6 qualifier, at 5:16.34. While those swimmers continue getting to the halfway point, let's update our boys' team scoring for you.
Todd, on the boys' side, after the 100-yard freestyle, the number 1 team is Cottage Grove with 30 points, 8 points ahead of second place LeGrand. Sweet Home has 20, so they're 2 back of LeGrand. And Corbett now in 4th place with 18 points. Cascade Christian on the strength of Giglieri's record-setting day, 14 points. And Newport let's finish it up for you here. Cascade Christian had 14. Newport with 12 is in 6th place, tied with Philomath. A couple of rivals there in the Western Oregon League going at it. Madras is 8th, 10 points. North Bend in 9th place with 7 points. Central with 5 points in 10th place. 11th is Phoenix with 3, and Riverdale has 1. An update on the boys' standings. Cottage Grove at the top with 30, followed by LeGrand with 22.
Cottage Grove, the runners-up last year, missing out by 2 points to North Bend. And LeGrand, as we mentioned, scoring 10 points last year for a 10th place finish, so doing a very good job in the meet so far. This is the boys' 500-yard freestyle. Kevin Waller touching. He has 3 laps to go, 3:13.77 with 150 remaining. He has nearly an 8-second lead over Ian Goodwin of Madras at 3:21.23. Caleb Lazelle currently in third from Cottage Grove at 3:30.01. Brady Tucker fourth at 3:33.12. Grant Cooper fifth at 3:37.64. And Jeremy Durst at 3:39.21. Waller almost ready to lap him. And when he comes back down this time, Kevin Waller will be on his bell lap. 4:34.51, the time he set yesterday. And he's going to be hard-pressed, I think, maybe to get to that one. We'll see. Waller's going to touch on the bell lap at 4:11.80. He'll have to do under 23.5 for the last 50 to break his mark. Goodwin second, and a long way back to third. 4:34.51, and he's not going to get it today. But he will come home with another victory. Back-to-back wins in the 500 for Kevin Waller. Today, 4:40.16 to take first place. Ian Goodwin touches in second at 4:49.11. It's a good swim for Goodwin from Madras, 3 seconds under his time from yesterday to capture second. And we're still waiting for a third place finisher to arrive. That will be Caleb Lazelle. Nice job by the sophomore from Cottage Grove, 5:03.89. Brady Tucker fourth at 5:06.41. Coming in fifth is Grant Cooper at 5:16.64. And then it's Jeremy Darst at 5:16.80 to round out our finishers in the boys' 500-yard freestyle.
Tell you, Todd, the calls and texts are flying in now for Alex Stiles.
The Stiles location group
yes,
is
now
on it. What do we have?
We've got the officials all on Twitter now, if you will. Apparently, the local coach here at Mount Hood Community College, Skip Runkle, coached Alex in high school. So we'll track down Skip between meets, or do our best to do that, and find out even more about the elusive.
The legend of Alex Stiles continues to grow.
The texts are flying back and forth here to our left with
I'm not sure how many of them concern swimming, but
and I hope we're not affecting the scoring of the meet at the moment.
I don't think so, especially not during the 500.
Up next, event 15, the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. Henley owns the 4A mark. Henley has this class's record at 143.35. The all-class record owned by Lake Ridge, 136.41. Let's set the lanes for you. Sisters is in 1, Phoenix is in 2, Henley 3, Valley Catholic 4, Madras 5, and North Bend is in 6th place. Good start in lane 5 for Madras and Elizabeth Armitage. And Madras will touch in 26.41. Sisters in second, 26.58. And Valley Catholic third at 26.78. This is the sprint relay. The girls' 200 free relay, 50 yards each for 4 swimmers. And now moving into the lead in lane 1 is Sisters, 53.81. A good second leg for Katie Stewart, the junior. In second now Henley, and Madras in third at 54.41. The leading time halfway through, 53.81. And back and forth we go. Madras now into first at 120.66 as we hit the anchor leg. Valley Catholic into second, Henley third. So our first, second, and third are lanes 5, 4, and 3. and a good turn. And here we go to the home stretch. In lane 3, it's Henley and Angela Kirshner. Kirshner touches in at first, 148.93. Valley Catholic is second, 146.47. Phoenix is third, 146.98. Madras finishes fourth. Sisters drops to fifth. And North Bend finishes sixth in the girls 200 free relay.
Big rally there for Henley, and again, important points in the double point situation for the relay.
And a deck full of swimmers. We'll try to sort it out here and get the girls off the deck and the boys onto the deck for their version of the 200 free relay. And lane 1 will be North Bend, lane 2 Corbett, lane 3 Sweet Home, lane 4 Cottage Grove, lane 5 Central, and in 6 it's Phoenix. Names of note in the leadoff leg for Sweet Home in lane 3, Gravy Gunselman. And looking ahead to the anchor leg, North Bend will have Kevin Waller going in lane 1. Kyle Fringer of Cottage Grove there in lane 4. From top to bottom, lanes 1 through 6, North Bend, Corbett, Sweet Home, Cottage Grove, Central, and Phoenix. Gunselman out to a narrow lead, but here comes Nat Taee in lane 4 for Cottage Grove. And the Lions have the early lead at 22.80. Phoenix is second in lane 6, 22.83. Sweet Home is third in 22.96. And emerging in the second leg, a very strong leg from Colin Eaton. Eaton with a full body length lead on the field, and Corbett touches in 44.42 to claim the lead. Cottage Grove now second. Sweet Home drops to third. Now picking up ground, Cottage Grove back into the lead. John Pham with a great leg for the Grovers. 108.12 as he touches. Sweet Home now moves up to second, 109.44. Corbett claims third, 109.98. Here's the anchor leg. Cottage Grove has Kyle Fringer in lane 4 trying to hold off a strong field. And he has enough of an advantage to touch in first, 130.06. Sweet Home is second in 131.38. Corbett third, 132.15. North Bend is fourth, 132.44. Central is fifth, and Phoenix is sixth. The boys 200-yard freestyle relay won by Cottage Grove.
And we send everybody down to the other end as we get ready to present awards. First starting with the 100-yard freestyle. And first for the girls 100-yard freestyle. In sixth place was Taylor Gill, senior from Mazama, at 1:01.13. In fifth place was Kathleen Shue, a freshman from Valley Catholic, at 58.48. In fourth place, Anna Ford, a senior from Scappoose, at 57.68. In third place, Shelby Baker, a freshman from LeGrand, at 57.46. Second place, Elizabeth Armitage, a junior from Madras, at 55.79. And the winner of the girls 100-yard freestyle, Angela Kirschner, senior from Henley, at 55.26. So there are your top six in the girls 100 free. Another victory for Henley in that event. 7 more points towards the team chase. And next up will be the award winners in the boys 100-yard freestyle.
And the sixth placers in the boys 100-yard free. In sixth place, from LeGrand, the senior, Sebastian Volrath. His finals time, 50.31. And fifth, it's Don Rockstead, a senior from Sweet Home, 50.26. Fourth place goes to Kyle Fringer, the senior from Cottage Grove, and improved more than a second and a half from the prelims to the final. His final mark, 49.11. In third, a Newport Cub, Austin Turner, in 48.40. Second place, Zachary Pierce from Sweet Home, 47.69. Improved nearly 2 seconds from the prelims to the finals. Colin Eaton, the story, the champion in the boys 100-yard free in a state record 45.35 and an All-America qualifying time for Colin Eaton, the senior from Corbett High School, and your champion in the boys 100-yard freestyle.
And the awards for the girls 500-yard freestyle. In sixth place, Jenny Kirschner, a freshman from Henley, at 5:34.40. In fifth place, Elise Darnall, sophomore from Phoenix, at 5:28.22. Fourth place is Logan Gomez, a senior from LeGrand, 5:23.10. Third place, Lita Spradley, freshman from Henley, 5:22.55. So Spradley and Kirshner add 5 more points to the Henley. Second, Alyssa Bennett, freshman of North Bend, 5:20.71. She matches Henley's 5 with that second place finish. And the winner of the girls 500-yard freestyle led it from start to finish. Freshman Sarah Clyde of Gladstone at 5:14.03. Still some 10 seconds behind the 4A1A state meet record, but a great win in her freshman year for Sarah Clyde of Gladstone.
And before we head back to action in the pool, one more set of awards to be presented. The boys 500-yard freestyle this time. And in sixth place, from Blanchette Catholic, just a freshman, Jeremy Darst, 5:16.80 in the final. In fifth place, Grant Cooper, the senior from North Marion, 5:16.64. In fourth, Brady Tucker, freshman from Madras, 5:06.41. In third place, Caleb Lexel, sophomore from Cottage Grove, 5:03.89. Second goes to Ian Goodwin, the sophomore from Madras, 4:49.11. And your champion in the boys 500-yard freestyle, Kevin Waller, the senior from North Bend, 4:40.16. So he's the state record holder and set that mark yesterday, and then claims the state championship, not in record time, but is the champion of the boys 500-yard freestyle.
How's our look at team scoring here currently? What do you have?
I just got handed the results after the 200-yard freestyle relays for the girls. Henley leads it with 50 points and really starting to run away with it. North Bend in second at 24. So the Bulldogs are 26 points back of the Hornets.
And
Madras is also in second.
Neither team has a competitor in the next event. Madras does.
So Madras with a chance to break that tie for second with North Bend. In fourth place, LeGrand at 19. Valley Catholic and Scappoose are tied at fifth with 16 points. Phoenix has 15 in seventh place. In eighth, it's Cascade Christian with 14. Gladstone is ninth with 12. Sisters is 10th with 9 points. Riverdale is 11th with 8. 12th is Sweet Home with 7 points. 13th is Blanchette Catholic with 3, and Mazama has 1 point to stand in 14th.
So Henley with a 26-point lead with 3 events remaining, one of those a relay. So other teams are going to be pretty hard-pressed to catch up to the Hornets. Henley does have a competitor in the 100-yard breaststroke. So does Madras. And then in the relay, Henley is not the fastest qualifier. But, again, is it North Bend that's second?
North Bend
does
Madras.
not have a relay team. Henley does. So the Hornets are looking pretty good right now with 3 events to go.
So neither Madras nor North Bend has a relay team.
Right.
And Henley does.
Correct. We bring the field in for the 100-yard backstroke. The 4A, 1A state meet record is 1 minute, 1/100th of a second, set by Denise Green in 2007. The all classification record set by Karen Turner in the 6A meet 2 years ago at 55:22. Turner bouncing back after losing as a junior to win this in the 6A meet earlier today. Lane assignments for the girls' 100-yard backstroke in lane 1 is Momoko Mayumi, a sophomore from Valley Catholic, 5th best qualifier at 104.14. In lane 2, Aurora Gerhardt, a freshman from Madras, and she was the 3rd fastest qualifier at 103.80. In lane 3, the defending champion in the event, she was also the fastest qualifier by 1/10 of a second, and that's Naomi Gunselman, a junior from Sweet Home at 103.47. But she will be hotly pursued by the lady to her left. In lane number 4, Logan Gomez, senior from LeGrand, as we said, was just 1/10 of a second back at 103.57. In lane 5 is Becca Haynes, a sophomore from LeGrand, at 103.87. And in lane 6, rounding out our field for the girls' 100-yard backstroke final, is Alexa Bryant Capellas, a senior from LaSalle Prep, and she is our number 6 qualifier at 106.61. Mayumi Valley Catholic in 1, Gerhardt Madras in 2, Gunselman Sweet Home in 3, Gomez LeGrand in 4, Haynes LeGrand in 5, and Bryant Capellas LaSalle in 6. Gunselman up well in 3. Gomez off to a good start also in lane number 4. They're the 2 to keep an eye on, with Becca Haynes in 5 and Aurora Gerhardt in 2. In the next grouping, good turn for Gomez, and she has the lead coming off the wall after the first 25. And swimming well in lane 1, Mayumi from Valley Catholic. Gomez will touch first, 29.82. Gunselman second, 30.70. Mayumi third at 31.42. Haynes is 4th, Gerhardt 5th, and Bryant Capellas 6th. Just over 25 yards to go. And a good lead right now for Logan Gomez, depending on how she comes off the wall, and she's in good shape there. She has a good lead now on Gunselman with about 15 yards remaining. Strong finish for Logan Gomez. She will knock off the defending champion, and Gomez from LeGrand wins the backstroke at 1 minute, 67/100ths of a second. Just over 6/10 off the meet record. A good performance for Gomez. Gunselman second at 103.24. Haynes third at 104.11, so a 1-3 finish for LeGrand. Gerhardt fourth at 104.13. Mayumi faded to 5th at 104.92. And Bryant Capellas was 6th at 107.07 in the girls' 100-yard backstroke. Bit of hollering as the boys' 100-yard backstroke competitors come to the deck. And the 4A, 1A state meet record dates back 2 years to Isaac Hewitt, 51.45. The OSAA all classifications mark, Trent Staley at 50.02, set in 2000. The national record is 46.75. In our field for the boys' 100-yard backstroke, in lane 1 is Kellen Wood, a junior from Newport, at 58.08, the number 5 qualifier. In lane 2, Gravy Gunselman, senior from Sweet Home. He's our number 4 qualifier at 56.47. In lane number 3, senior from LeGrand, our leading qualifier by better than 2 seconds, Cook at 53.79. In lane 4, back again for the Phoenix Pirates is their senior, Jeff Underwood, the number 2 qualifier at 55.89. And 2 Cottage Grove swimmers round out this boys' field. In lane 5, Sam Garrison, a sophomore. He qualified in 57.14, fourth best. And in lane 6, John Pham, a senior, our number 6 qualifier at 58.86. Wood of Newport in 1, Gunselman, Sweet Home in 2, Cook, LeGrand in 3, Underwood, Phoenix in 4, Garrison, Cottage Grove in 5, and Pham, Cottage Grove in 6. Cook out well. Of course, we've seen his ability in the backstroke already. He'll touch in 24.92. A second and a half ahead of Underwood at 26.36. Gunselman 27.48. Garrison, Pham, and Wood round out the 6. 25 yards to go, and it is all Matthew Cook for LeGrand. So they'll continue to pile up some valuable team points. Cook close to the record, just missed it by 23/100ths. He finishes at 51.68 for the win. Underwood second at 55.34, nearly 4 seconds back. Not bad for 100. Gunselman third at 56.11. Garrison fourth at 57.23. Wood fifth at 57.90. And John Pham in sixth place at 58.06. He took 0.8 of a second off his qualifying time from yesterday.
And set for the girls' 100-yard breaststroke. I was just looking at the updated team results on the girls' side, Todd, and I know that you're good at the procrastinating. I know you're good at procrastinating, but also prognosticating and kind of looking forward to the numbers. LeGrand has moved into second, but they're 20 points behind Henley. And while both teams have a team in the girls' 400 freestyle relay final, I don't believe it's mathematically possible for LeGrand to catch Henley. Now, I'm not saying that Henley is
you're correct.
claimed it.
You're correct. Even if Henley were to be disqualified, the maximum LeGrand could get would be 14 points, and they're 20 behind, as you said. So Henley does have it locked up, and they'll add to the points total here with Sierra Myers part of this field.
And the girls' 100-yard breaststroke, the competitors will introduce them to you. In lane 1, Olivia Sanchez, a sophomore from Phoenix. In lane 2, Sophie Gamelis, a freshman from Madras. In lane 3, Kelsey Morgan, the junior from North Bend. In lane 4, Sierra Myers, a senior from Henley. In lane 5, Alexa Bryant Capellas, the senior for LaSalle Prep. And in lane 6, Destiny Zook, the junior for Taft. For a record 105.92, none of the preliminary times very close to that. It's owned by Crystal Kibbe, set 2 years ago. And the OSAA All Classes record held by Felicia Castaneda, 102.62 in 2004. Sanchez, Gamelis, Morgan, Myers, Bryant Capellas, and Zook, lanes 1 through 6. Girls 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 4, Sierra Myers of Henley with the lead. Just ahead of Kelsey Morgan from North Bend and Gamelis from Madras. It's Myers touching first in 33.67. Morgan is second. Gamelis is third. Bryant Capellas is fifth. Zook was fourth, and Sanchez is sixth. One more time down and back. They turn 4 home. And the lead is up for grabs. In lanes 2, 3, and 4, Gamelis, Morgan, and Myers. Now Gamelis in 2, Morgan in 3, and Morgan out-touches Gamelis to win in 1:11.66, just 0.06 of a second ahead of Gamelis. Myers from Henley is third, Bryant Capellas is fourth, Zook fifth, and Sanchez is sixth. Your winner, Kelsey Morgan from North Bend, in 1:11.66 in the girls' 100-yard breaststroke.
So how are we looking on boys' team standings here with 2 events to go?
For the boys, Cottage Grove leading it with 52 points. Sweet Home is second with 34. They're 18 back. LeGrand has 29, and Corbett has 26. Good for 4th place.
Both Cottage Grove and Sweet Home have competitors in the boys' breaststroke, so that will figure into it. In the relay, Cottage Grove does have a team, but Sweet Home doesn't. LeGrand in third does. Corbett in fourth doesn't. So Cottage Grove should be in fairly good shape. We'll total it all up after this race.
And this race is the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. The 4A state mark, owned by Tony Vickery, set a year ago, 58.61. The all classes mark belongs to Sam Rowan, set 3 years ago, 56.51. And the national record is 53.66. In lane 1, it's Garen Martyr, the freshman from Riverdale. Lane 2, Robert Berry, the senior from Central. In lane 3, Zachary Pierce, the senior for Sweet Home. In lane 4, Ryan Rafferty, a senior from Scappoose. In lane 5, Caleb Lexel, the sophomore from Cottage Grove. And in lane 6, Jordan Gamelis, a junior from Madras. The top seed time in this, owned by Zachary Pierce, in lane 3.
Moving in lane 5, third in the 500 free earlier this afternoon, the sophomore from Cottage Grove, Caleb Lexel. Moving in lane 6, sixth in this event last year, a junior from Madras, Jordan Gamelis.
Todd's got out his figure and pen. Boys 100-yard breaststroke. Martyr, Berry, Pierce, Rafferty, Lexel, and Gamelis. Pierce for Sweet Home is the first to pop up after the turn. Robert Berry right on his shoulder in lane 2. Pierce touches first in 28.48. Berry second in 29.37. Ryan Rafferty of Scappoose is third in 29.79. He'll hit the far wall one more time and turn for home. Pierce has opened up a more comfortable lead now. And the race really for second and third Pierce wins in 1 minute 12 hundredths of a second. Ryan Rafferty is second from Scappoose, 102.32 or 38. Caleb Lexel from Cottage Grove in lane 5 with a strong final 25 yards to finish third, 103.34. Barry is fourth, Martyr fifth, and Gamelis is sixth. So like a network on election day, Todd, are you ready to winner?
Oh yeah, that's easy. There aren't a lot of scenarios in this one for the girls. Henley has clinched the 4A 1A Girls State Championship after being runners-up a year ago. They will get their first ever 4A 1A state crown. They cannot be caught. Madras in second, North Bend in third, and neither one of those schools has a relay team. The only other teams who could really move up would be LeGrand. They need to finish in fifth or better in the relay to take second place in the state. Valley Catholic would have to win the race to move past North Bend and to tie Madras for what would be third, given that LeGrand will probably move up since they are the top qualifiers in the freestyle relay. Phoenix could make a move, but again, they would have to do considerable amount of damage if they want to move up into the top four. If Phoenix is able to outscore Valley Catholic by 1 place, those two schools would tie. Right now it's Henley 54, Madras 32, North Bend 31, LeGrand 30, Valley Catholic 18, Phoenix 16, Scappoose 16. Scappoose also has a relay team, so they're in the same situation as Phoenix. And then Cascade Christian, the non-team, the individual, with their 14 points, they're done. And we can total up and look at the guys' side here too as they hand out awards for the 200 free relay. You can cover that, and I'll do some math on this one real quick.
All right, in the girls' 200 freestyle relay, the top 6 placers in sixth, North Bend, a team of Kelsey Morgan, Galen Wash, Jordan Johnson, and Alyssa Bennett. A finals time of 1:50.75. In fifth place, Sisters, the Outlaws, Emily Kristen, Katie Stewart, Samantha Williamson, and Michelle Young. In fourth place, Madras, the White Buffaloes, Elizabeth Armitage, Brianna Hunt, Aurora Gerhardt, and Sophie Gamelis. In third place, the Phoenix Pirates, Kylie Burks, Aaron Fitch, Olivia Sanchez, and Elise Darnall. Second place team coming to the stand, Valley Catholic, Momoko Mayumi, Catherine Lowe, Kathleen Shue, and Julia Anderson. And in first place, the Henley Hornets, Sierra Myers, Jenny Kirschner, Lita Spradley, and Angela Kirschner. Winning time 1:45.93. Henley, the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay champions for 2012.
All right, while they're gathering up, here's the math for the boys. The race for the title is over. Cottage Grove, which lost to North Bend by 2 points last year, is 15 ahead of Sweet Home going into the relay. Cottage Grove has a relay team. Sweet Home does not. So Cottage Grove will win its third state championship after being victorious in 2007 and 2008. LeGrand would need to win the race in order to move past Sweet Home to move into second place in the team standings. And LeGrand is the number 2 qualifier in the boys relay. North Bend is the number 1 qualifier. They would need to win and have LeGrand finish 5th or 6th in order to tie or pass LeGrand for third place. And North Bend needs to finish 4th to tie Corbett for 4th in the team standings. But again, North Bend is the top qualifier in the boys relay. And if they do better than 4th, then they will move past Corbett and into one of the top 6 places as well. Madras will try to hold off Newport. Madras has a 5-point lead over Newport going into the relay in that battle for the 6th place position. And if you got all that, you're in good shape.
I think I got it.
All right.
Will
Then
there be a test later?
You're a better man than I.
I was told there'd be no math.
It'll be open book.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks, I'd do all the math for you.
Top 6 placers in the boys 200-yard freestyle relay being honored at the far end. In 6th, it's Phoenix, Jeff Underwood, Jared Richards, Killian Omatoy, and Angel Barajas. In 5th, Central, Matt Stanger, Raheven Potter Clark, Andrew Hasbrook, and Robert Barrett. In 4th, North Bend, Camden Reeves, Max Stuntzner Gibson, Sean Esperance, and Kevin Waller. 3rd place team, Corbett, Kevin Jones, Colin Eaton, Colt Lowe, and Philip Hewitt. In 2nd place, Sweet Home, Gravy Gunselman, Jake Johnson, Don Rockstead, and Zachary Pierce. And the champions in the boys 200-yard freestyle relay, the Cottage Grove Lions, Nat Tai, John Pham, Gavin Nash, and Kyle Fringer. The winning time, 1:30.06. A state record for Cottage Grove, eclipsing a Cottage Grove mark from 2009. Cottage Grove Lions, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay champions. Take a moment for our pictures and then 2 more awards to be handed out. The girls 100-yard backstroke and the boys 100-yard backstroke. And then we'll get to our 400 freestyle relays, the last 2 events of the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A meet. Take a short dinner break and then a whole nother meet, the 5As. That begins at Mount Hood Community College's Aquatic Center or here online, OSAA.tv. And the awards for the girls 100-yard back. In 6th, Alexa Bryant Capellas of LaSalle Prep. In 5th, Momoko Mayumi of Valley Catholic. 4th place, Aurora Gerhardt of Madras. 3rd place, Becca Haynes of LeGrand. In 2nd place, Naomi Gunselman of Sweet Home. And the champion of the girls 100-yard backstroke, Logan Gomez, a senior from LeGrand, in 1:67.100. Hogan Gomez, the girls' 100-yard backstroke state champion for 2012. One more event to pass out the medals for. Top 6 placers in the boys 100-yard backstroke. In 6th place, John Pham, the senior from Cottage Grove. Finals time of 58:06. In 5th place, Kellen Wood, the junior from Newport, 57.90. Fourth place goes to Sam Garrison, also of Cottage Grove. He's a sophomore, 57.23. In 3rd place, from Sweet Home, the senior, Gravy Gunselman, 56.11. In 2nd place, Jeff Underwood, senior from Phoenix, finals time of 55:34. And the state champion for the boys 100-yard backstroke from LeGrand, the senior, Matthew Cook, a winning time of 51.68. Top 6 placers in the boys 100-yard backstroke. So we take care of a lot of business, and now back to the pool, Todd.
Our final event for the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A meet is the 400-yard freestyle relay. The girls will go first. The state meet record belongs to Marist, set in 2009 at 3:42.93. The all classifications mark belongs to the powerhouse school we'll see in our last round, Crescent Valley. In 2006, 3:31.47, an amazing mark there. The national mark is 3:23.10. In lane 1 will be Henley, lane 2 Phoenix, lane 3 LeGrand, lane 4 Valley Catholic, lane 5 Scappoose, and lane 6 Sisters in the girls' 400-yard freestyle relay. For Henley, one of their outstanding freshmen, Annika Torres, will swim the leadoff leg. Again, Henley has already clinched its first state championship. For Phoenix in lane 2 will be sophomore Elise Darnall. For LeGrand in lane 3, and they need to do well in order to move up in the standings, it'll be sophomore Becca Haynes. In lane 4 for Valley Catholic, Momoko Mayumi. Lane 5 for Scappoose, their lead leg will be swum by Cassandra Milicic. And in lane 6 for Sisters, Samantha Williamson will be their leadoff swimmer. 4x100 freestyle relay. Henley in 1, Phoenix in 2. LeGrand in 3, Valley Catholic in 4. Scappoose 5, and Sisters in 6. Elise Darnall out well for Phoenix in lane number 2. Cassandra Milicic for Scappoose in 5, also out well. At the wall, it'll be Phoenix at 27-13, Scappoose 27-53, Valley Catholic 27-95, LeGrand, Sisters, and Henley. Not a surprise, Henley the number 5 qualifier in this event, so not a surprise that they are where they are right now. As we get set to hand off to the second set of swimmers. And Phoenix will have the advantage at the first touch, 56-12. Valley Catholic 57-87. Scappoose 58-98. LeGrand 59 flat. Sisters 1 minute 77. Henley 102.08. In lane 1, Lita Spradley swims the second leg for Henley. For Phoenix in lane 2, it's Olivia Sanchez. For LeGrand in lane 3, Allie Godfrey. Lane 4, Haley Mariah for Valley Catholic. Lane 5, Aaron Heath for Scappoose. And lane 6, Cody Logan swims for Sisters. Phoenix first, LeGrand second, Valley Catholic third, and Scappoose fourth. They'll be halfway done with the touch this time. Still Phoenix comfortably out in front. They'll hand off to Kylie Burks. LeGrand second, Valley Catholic third. In lane 1, it's Kaylee Severson swimming for Henley. Burks in lane 2 for Phoenix. Logan Gomez in lane 3 for LeGrand, so watch this leg there. Kathleen Shue for Valley Catholic in lane 4. Sadie Cron for Scappoose in 5, and Emily Kristen for Sisters in lane number 6. 1:50 to go, Phoenix hanging on, but LeGrand behind Gomez starting to rally. They're less than 2 seconds back now. Valley Catholic third, Scappoose fourth, Henley up to fifth, and Sisters in sixth. Gomez continues to move on Kylie Burks. They come to the final 25 of this leg, and LeGrand will have a shot. Erin Fitch swims the anchor leg for Phoenix. Shelby Baker, a freshman, on the anchor leg for LeGrand. Phoenix touches first, 2:52.03. LeGrand 2:52.96. Valley Catholic is third. Then it's Scappoose, Henley, and Sisters as we go to the anchor leg. Jenny Kirshner for Henley, Erin Fitch for Phoenix, Shelby Baker for LeGrand, Julia Anderson for Valley Catholic, Anna Ford for Scappoose, and Michelle Young for Sisters. 50 to go, and LeGrand in front now behind Shelby Baker. She makes the turn ahead of Fitch by better than a second. A good opening 50. Can she hang on? She's continuing to pull away. LeGrand's going to come up with an important win to move them up in the team totals. If they hang on and win, they'll move up to second in the state trophy chase. Shelby Baker bringing it home. And she will win it for LeGrand at 3:49.30. Valley Catholic outtouches Phoenix for second. Valley Catholic 3:52.36. Phoenix 3:52.62. Scappoose fourth at 3:56.83. Henley fifth at 3:58.54. And Sisters finishing sixth at 4:01.38 in the girls' 400-yard freestyle relay. Our final event, the boys' 400-yard freestyle relay. The state meet record was set last year by Cottage Grove at 3:18.52. They're in the field, but only one member of that team is with them now. Interesting, Kyle Fringer swam the anchor leg on that meet record team, and tonight he swims leadoff in lane number 6. To set the field for you, it'll be Newport in 1. Austin Thompson, a freshman, will swim their leadoff leg. Madras is in lane 2. Freshman Bryce Williams starts things off for them. North Bend in 3. Camden Reeds, another freshman, on the opening leg. LeGrand in 4. Senior Sebastian Volrath swims first. Philomath in 5 with freshman Patrick Williamson, and Cottage Grove in 6 with Fringer. And they're in the water for the final race of the day in the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A swimming state championships. Top to bottom, Newport, Madras, Bend, LeGrand, Philomath, and Cottage Grove. Good open for LeGrand, Volrath in 4. Also strong Madras in 2. But the first touch will go to Cottage Grove. Fringer down in 6. No surprise there. Madras second, LeGrand third, Philomath, North Bend, and Newport rounded out. The trick for Cottage Grove will be hanging on after the opening leg. It's really kind of just icing on the cake for Cottage Grove as they touch first at 49.83. Madras second at 50.51. LeGrand third, 50.93. Philomath fourth at 52.58. North Bend fifth, 53.95. And Newport sixth at 55.75. Second legs for Newport in lane 1. Tanner Skipper. For Madras, Ian Goodwin in lane 2. Max Stunzner Gibson is in lane 3 for North Bend. Emmett Ambert in lane 4 for LeGrand. Maite Dorr is in lane 5 for Philomath, and Sam Garrison swims in lane 6 for Cottage Grove. Down to the midway point this time, it's Madras in 2, Cottage Grove in 6. And now North Bend starts to close a bit in 3, but Madras touches first, 140.95. Cottage Grove 142.04. North Bend third at 143.48, followed by Philomath, LeGrand, and Newport. Kellen Wood, the third leg in lane 1 for Newport. Lane 2 for Madras, it's Dustin Henderson. Lane 3 for North Bend, Sean Esperance. Lane 4 for LeGrand, Dominic Clay. Lane 5 for Philomath, Chase Solori. And in lane 6 for Cottage Grove, it's John Pham. Madras moves to the front, Cottage Grove second, but losing ground rapidly. North Bend third, Philomath fourth, LeGrand fifth, and Newport sixth as we come to the anchor legs. .100 to go, and Cottage Grove rallying in lane 6. They will have the lead going to the anchor leg. A nice leg for John Pham, the last 50. Madras second, Philomath third, North Bend fourth, LeGrand fifth, and Newport sixth. The anchor legs, lane 1 for Newport, Austin Turner. Lane 2 for Madras, Brady Tucker. Lane 3 for North Bend, Kevin Waller, watch him. Lane 4 for LeGrand, Matthew Cook. Lane 5, Taylor Hagel for Philomath, and lane 6, Caleb Lozelle for Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove in the lead behind the sophomore Lozelle, 50 to go. And the rally starts. Here we come. It's a fast and furious 25. In lane 3, North Bend, Kevin Waller rising to the fore. He's being pursued in lane 4 by Matthew Cook of LeGrand, but they won't catch Waller. He swims a dominating anchor leg, and North Bend claims the 400 free relay. 3:23.75 for North Bend. LeGrand second at 3:24.91. Philomath third at 3:25.48. Madras fourth, 3:25.83. Cottage Grove fifth at 3:26.13. And in sixth place, Newport at 3:27.15 to round out the 400-yard freestyle relay.
Great race. That's the way to end a meet.
Yeah, very well done, and you just saw each individual, depending on where he was, what leg, kind of surge and move his team to the fore. So some good participation there. And we have another set of awards to hand out, and then the team trophies as well. And I think you've got a women's final team scoring, don't you?
We do.
Well, let's roll through it while we wait.
Henley is the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A state champion on the girls' side with 58 total points. Besting LeGrand. LeGrand second with 44. Madras third at 32. North Bend is fourth at 31. Valley Catholic fifth, 28 points. Phoenix is sixth with 24. Scappoose seventh with 22. Cascade Christian is eighth with 14. Gladstone finishes ninth with 12. Sweet Home ties them, actually. So Sweet Home, Gladstone both in ninth place with 12 points. Sisters is 11th with 11 points. In 12th, it's Riverdale with 8. LaSalle Prep is 13th. Blanchette Catholic is 14th. Taft 15th and Mazama 16th. But Henley, your state champions in the girls OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tires 2012 state swim meet.
And the first state championship for the Hornets. Congratulations to them. Awards being handed out in the girls' 100-yard breaststroke.
And let's get those top 6 finishers to you. In 6th, Olivia Sanchez, a sophomore from Phoenix. In 5th, Destiny Zook, a junior from Taft. 4th place finisher, Alexa Bryant Capellas, a senior from LaSalle Prep. In 3rd, Sierra Myers, the senior from Henley. 2nd place finisher in the girls' 100-yard breaststroke, Sophie Gamillis, a freshman from Madras. And the champion, Kelsey Morgan, the junior from North Bend, the winning time of 1:11.66. 6 placers in the girls' 100-yard breaststroke.
All right, we've got our boys' team totals in as well now, so let's update that and crown a state champion.
Cottage Grove is the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A state champion on the boys' side with 60 points. Sweet Home second with 41. LeGrand just 2 points back at 39 points. So LeGrand is third. North Bend fourth with 34. In 5th, Corbett with 26. 6th, Madras with 25 points. 7th, Philomath with 20. 8th, Newport with 16. In 9th place, Cascade Christian, 10th. Central, 11th, Phoenix. 12th, Scappoose. 13th, Riverdale. 14th, North Marion. And 15th, Blanchette Catholic.
So a strong performance for Cottage Grove. As we said, they take their 3rd title in the last 6 years. They were runner-ups a year ago by just 2 points. And they bounced back to take the championship with their performance in the relay. So congratulations to our state champions in the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A girls. Henley wins their first ever state championship. And in the boys, it's Cottage Grove with a 3rd state title. Dave, some great individual competition really highlighting this one today. Some strong multi-event performers leading their teams to victory.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see those performers at the top with Henley and Cottage Grove, but a couple of the standouts who didn't necessarily enjoy the team success because of lack of depth on the team were the 2 Cascade Christian standouts, Sapienza and
Gillieri.
Yeah, on the boys' side.
But yeah.
Record-setting performances for both today, and really fun to watch them in the pool just dominating their individual events.
Well, that will wrap up our coverage of the 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A state swimming championships. Congratulations again to the Henley girls and the Cottage Grove boys on their state titles. We will return at 6:30 with our final session for the night, the 5A swimming state championships here at the Mount Hood Aquatic Center in Gresham. For Dave Wenda and our entire crew, I'm Todd Pickett. We thank you for joining us. And we'll go take a nap and get everything straightened back out again. And we'll be with you at 6:30 for coverage of the 5A swimming state championships. Until then, so long, everybody.
Box for the evals. Oh, the backside. Dang it. You don't know? Check right here. The eval. Yeah. Yes. We lost our best girl singer 2 weeks before Christmas.
Trophies for the 483
Stop. Drink water. You have to start making every break run. Use that run. It's faster. A lot faster. When it's not too crowded out here, I slip out that way. If it's crowded, like right now. I told Donna too, and she's like, take it back in. Joking around. too bright.
Yeah, it is.
One Saturday night, someone went through town slashing tires. Sunday morning, one of Andy Spencer's customers at Les Schwab went to Andy's house to see if he could help.
You got it.
Andy got in his truck and drove up and down the streets, helping anyone who needed it. He worked at it pretty hard most of the day.
That's all of them.
Andy didn't tell anybody no. He really went above and beyond his duties as a manager and a neighbor. I'm James Hamilton, and that's my Les Schwab story.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you've stopped saving, let us help you start. Savings today and rewards tomorrow from U.S. Bank. Save a little every week with every purchase, every paycheck. Watch your savings grow. When you reach $1,000, you'll earn a $50 rewards Visa card. Earn another $50 when you keep it for a year. Save for a wedding day, a family, or your house. Just start. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank.